Hey guys, welcome to another wonderful edition of the program, Monday Night with Monique. I really love this program. I love this episode to be precise because we will be focusing on the entertainment sector. Talking about entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of things in the entertainment sector is happening in Nigeria. Let's be precise. This is a Edo State, Benin City. And most of the celebrities we have in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, doing very well for themselves, come from this town, or will I say, are linked to Benin City, but are very own from this town. What is happening to them? Is it that we can make out stars from this place? Or does it mean that our very own guys who are doing very well in this town need to leave this environment to go make it? That's what we're trying to find out on the show. Hey, you're welcome to Monday Night with Monique once again. It's time for us to introduce our guests to you. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for because, hey, it's getting hotter by the day. So please do subscribe, turn on your post notification as well as comment. Your comment, when you keep it engaging, will definitely help this baby girl of yours. So, hey, welcome to the show. Monday Night with Monique. Welcome back to Monday Night with Monique. Yeah. My guest, they're in the house. It's entertainment. Of course, we all know Sidney Shaka. Okay, he's been with us like the third time right now, and I'm loving every beat of it because he brings a lot of hit. And now, on to the second person, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a round of applause to the one and only superstar, Cyrus the Virus, legendary, the actor, Cyrus. I'm really hyping. What's up with you, man?
I'm good.
Okay, I'd like you to introduce yourself for us, please.
You know what time it is. It's your boy, half man, half virus, full rap machine, Cyrus the Virus. How far am I doing?
In fact,
That's what it is.
okay, so let's just do this. It's a serious business, so I'm glad you guys came through for me.
You're welcome.
So we're gonna be dining. This is the part I love so much. Okay, so
Drinking.
why do I have to make yourself myself?
Because I'm bigger.
Oh my
Whoa,
god!
Okay.
Let's cheers to something great. Let's cheers to something great
Cheers to
tonight
good life,
because
everybody.
cheers to good
And
life.
great banter.
Yes,
This
please,
evening.
and please comment. It's on.
It's on.
All right,
It's on,
so
bro.
Cyrus, let's talk about this. You have been a great artist. Let's be precise.
Wow.
You came up with one of the best. Will I say you started the rap thingy in 2000, 2001?
The movement.
We were. For those of you who know that down like that, I mean, he's been there and he's been doing it pretty great.
Thank
But there's some things you see
Yeah.
that is kind of disturbing in this
Okay.
part of the of the country, Edo State, when it comes to entertainment, most especially the artists. Most of these artists get to step out of town before they start doing well. So you have been here. You haven't stepped out. As much as you leave, you come back. So how's it been like being an artist in an environment that people feel we don't really make it?
I feel like a unicorn. I feel drained.
Oh,
I'll
wow.
say that because most times whenever I'm in Benin and I'm hanging out or probably driving to go get fuel or something, I'm always getting the whole, oh, Baba, when you go drop something next now? When you go drop something next now? Even if I've just dropped something new.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's because there was just so much focus on me while there wasn't a lot of focus on the others who are also equally or even
Okay.
more talented.
Okay.
And it kind of broke my heart because it's supposed to be a movement. Just one broomstick cannot sweep the floor. It has to be a bunch of broomsticks, you understand?
Yeah.
Making up the broom. So it's been worrying, bothering me like non-stop. But it is what it is. The situation is really dire.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So that period of 2001, 2000, when you came up with your great jam, I
Yeah.
mean, down to this time, like you said, it's been draining.
Yeah.
You've been coming up with hits back to back,
Wow, thanks.
For you, it's great. For some people, they tell you, yes, it's okay. Some people say, what in Cyrus did they do for Edo State?
Yeah.
That's the mentality. Just
Great
sometime,
question.
late last year, you performed at the one of the biggest concerts in Edo State by the Edo State government.
Yes.
It was fire.
Yes.
I hosted that event. It was fire. Like you just brought down, and it's so obvious that you still have your fans right here.
Yeah.
You know, so how does it feel like? But at the end of the day, you still feel you're not being accepted.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep saying this anywhere. So it's almost always the opening part of my speech, which
Mm.
is I grew up at a time, I came into the industry at a time where I was entrenched in the knowledge that the average Edo State man,
Mm.
woman, is never a second class citizen.
Mm.
So wherever you put us, we triple our worth,
Right.
we give our best.
Right.
Lately, I do not know what went wrong. Maybe there was a culture shift or
Mm.
something, but I kind of came to terms with the fact that the Edo people just suddenly have a certain apathy for their own art.
Okay.
I was talking on the Twitter space the other day, and I was like, I asked an Edo person who's quite learned and exposed in the industry. I was like, man, Olamide is taking the Yoruba language internationally and is entrenching that whole movement.
Mm.
And I was like, oh man, you know how I be now. Olamide is an international artist. And I was like, yeah, and he speaks Yoruba. And I was like, yes. I said, so why do you think influence Akaba that speaks
Mm.
Edo is a local artist? What what are the tenets? What defines an Edo person singing Edo music in his song as local, and then a Yoruba person singing Yoruba in their song as international?
Okay.
I think it's the mindset.
Okay.
The the fact that Lagos has so much of the most important media houses and terrestrial and DSTV stations in Lagos helps them project their artists in a more international light.
Mm.
So no matter what they do, even if it's in the slums of Isolu, like Portable,
Mm.
it has an international presentation to it.
Okay.
So when that idea is sold to the people and it trickles down to the Edo State person, they see that person as international.
Mm.
But I can tell you for a fact, someone like Influence has been rocking shows back to back, traveling. Why isn't he seen as an international brand?
Okay. Okay.
You know, it's the mindset.
Okay. So let me switch to Sydney. Sydney,
Yep.
you've been a presenter. I think I would say since how many years? I can't count. More than 2 decades.
Even before I was
3 decades.
Ah, come on, bro.
3 decades, you know.
Not 3 decades.
I don't know what to say. Oh. What will I
13
say?
years, please.
13.
years and still
Oh
counting.
my God, I'm still counting.
No regrets.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you, man. Okay, you've seen it. I don't say you've seen it all because
I've
you're
seen
still
it
seeing more.
I've seen it all,
You've
man.
been there
Yeah, I've been
since
there.
when these artists popped up, since when we started having hip hop in Edo State.
Mhm.
What do you think has changed? And what do you think is now the problem?
Okay. I've been there even before the birth of what we call today Afrobeats.
Mm.
That has metamorphosed now. Big shout to Amapiano,
Mm.
what we now call Afropiano.
Okay.
I've been there, you know. I've seen this whole genre being midwife. I've seen it be given birth to. There was a time I came into the industry at a time where if you play one Nigerian song, you will get busted
Mm.
by your boss, by the listeners, by the audience, by men. You know, what the F, man?
Yeah, why you playing Nigerian
Oh,
song? Yeah.
yeah. That was when I came in.
Okay.
But I had love for the Nigerian content. Big shout out to my brother Sammy Davis
Okay.
in the UK. Now we used to like, you know, bond on this level, on this ground. Like, oh man, we need to like produce in one cover, even though those productions were like low quality then. And I kept on saying, we'll get it right when we have good beats.
Good beats.
Good beats.
So you
good
think
makers.
beat is just the major problem with artists?
I'm not even because
Okay.
I'm just giving you a sort of introduction
Okay.
to where I'm headed. Right. So I've been there, you know, I've been through the mill, I've been through the process and all of that. Now let's narrow it down to business because that's where you're actually interested
Yeah.
in those states. What changed? I can't say anything has changed actually. But let me just borrow this language, the hustle spirit.
Mm.
The hustle spirit. I keep telling our acts here. The times and the tide have changed.
Mm.
Gone and this where you just need only a sin shocker.
Yeah. Yeah.
A money the radio teacher.
Yeah.
True. To make you blow. True,
Yeah.
on radio TV. Now you need to mess around with the entire
Industry. All of
Oh,
them.
yeah.
The
Oh,
new
yeah.
ones, presenters and
You
all.
need to
Yeah.
you need to go through the mill. You have social media.
Mm.
You have everything. It is continuous.
Okay.
But what do we see? An artist from this side here does a song,
Mm.
brings to you, it ends there.
Okay,
I'm coming.
we're gonna go there.
I'm coming. It ends there. There are no moves to bring in the rest bodies.
Okay.
Because now it's like Christ now.
Mhm.
The son,
Mhm,
how
mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
So when he or she just dropped the song there and it's just there.
Mm.
He or she is not making the moves out there on social media,
Okay.
Yeah.
getting buzzes. Entertainment is simply
Continuous.
continuity. The more you hear the person, the more you see the person, the more the person is in your life, the more you will play. I am so shocked you said somebody or people refer to Influence Akaba as local artists. That
Because
would
is
be
it
the
because
most,
I don't understand
that
that,
would
that
be
word.
the most
The funny thing is, what is the
ridiculous.
definition of local?
That would be
That's,
the most
I mean,
bizarre description ever. I'm shocked right here because what is local here?
that's the question. What's your definition of
Jay-Z is a
local?
local artist.
From
Coming
his
from his
hood.
climb.
His
In the
hood.
US, yes. He
Yeah.
become international when he flies here to Nigeria
Right.
to come and do a gig.
Right.
So I think that is where we mix the whole thing up. What I'm saying is what changed?
Okay.
What changed is the hustle spirit.
Okay.
The hustle spirit and refusing
Mm.
to follow the time and the day and the time. Like I did say, it is now a triple thinking. Or even more. You don't just work with just one.
Okay.
You work with every
Oh.
just to get there. Because the more you're in people's faces, the more you're in people's subconscious.
Okay.
The sense you're going to play.
Let me interrupt you.
Yeah.
Some artists feel that presenters, have a big role to play.
Very well.
Like you, before other presenters came up, you have helped so many artists. I can't
Long
count.
list.
I am one of them.
Okay, you've helped. I remember,
Such a
yes.
long list,
If
yeah.
not for Sydney Shaka, we wouldn't have known Cyrus doing your show back in
I
the
love
day.
the shit in it.
Do you get? Now
every
let's
and
let's
then,
come to this. Now, like I said, so many artists say, presenters have a big role to play. Some say because you don't pay the presenters, they just throw your shit away. Or some other people say, all right, the presenters, I don't have a relationship with this person, or the person doesn't like me, the person is beefing me. So many artists have come up with different ideologies with presenters. That so many artists beef presenters. If you go to Lagos, it's like you're paying through your nose to get one job done.
one
To
job
push.
done. Even to
But
even see the guy.
Yeah, my
To see the
question.
origin.
I remember when we started back in the day before I, came to meet him and his era while they were doing their stuff. I remember back then people don't pay for stuff. They don't pay for their songs being aired and all. I'm not saying if it's bad. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is what has changed in the sense that first we're helping people. I can count the number of artists I was able to help just because I loved their content. And then you see that these artists come to appreciate us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that you now impose it on them. But right now, what we see is like, if you don't bring this amount, I know I still not in shocker. There's sometimes I'm bringing an artist to say, no, bring him, my guy, bring him. Because it's content for someone's show. But right now, we don't care. Like, people don't care anymore because we need to pay before these artists do something. So most of these artists are now frustrated, especially in Benin. They tell you, I'm done with Benin City. You pay and pay and pay. At the end of the day, they don't do your work. They don't do your shit. I need to leave. And then when they leave, it's like they're doing better over. Why is it so?
Do they really do better?
Are they really doing better?
They don't do better over there because when you live with the same mindset, and you go over there, you don't do shit. Because over there it's times 100. Now listen.
So going back to my question,
Yeah.
do the presenters play a big role in artists not doing well in a dose state? That's my question.
Are you asking me or asking Sarah?
Okay, both of you.
Okay,
Both of
The
you.
answer is yes and no.
Okay, what
Now,
I want to be real as real as you
yeah,
can.
the OAPs, the VJs, whoever is on air, whoever is at the door where the artist can get heard. Yes, they are very important. Let me just state it on record that not just Sydney Shocker and a couple of other OAPs,
Yeah.
radio presenters.
Yeah.
They've never collected the time.
Yeah.
Maybe because I come from an era where they were trying to entrench and establish the Edo sound.
Okay.
Now, you're talking about other artists. I cannot invalidate their experiences.
Okay.
I cannot say I beg you saying the lie because I wasn't there. But I am not going to say because Sidney Shocker has never collected a dime from me, ABC, XYZ have not collected from me. Those other people, they must be lying. I can only state my own truth.
Right.
Yeah. Now, when I was coming out, we had ITV, EBS, NTA, That was it.
Okay.
Now, across these 3 stations,
Yeah.
we had plus or minus 8 to 10 solid on-air personalities. And they saw that we were trying to entrench a new sound,
Yeah.
a new Edo sound, and they supported us non-stop. It is why almost a decade and a half after, I and Sidney Shocker are still friends. Because of that whole camaraderie, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, from the news I hear on the streets from other artists and lesser artists upcoming, they are like, okay, from the OAPs, certain OAPs, they're like, they don't want to help artists blow anymore because when the artists now see them at a show, they raise their shoulders and walk past, and you know what? So instead of me to kill myself, being slighted by your disrespect, make I just collect my respect.
So what's the
now.
thing? Is it that we should dobale for them, or should you guys dobale
It is
for
called
us, or lick
structure.
our
It is
feet
why
or
Lagos is
something?
different. It's called structure.
But I think Lagos is actually worse.
On a normal day, if we have a structured industry in those states, the artist is not necessarily supposed to be in the face of every OAP. It is his manager that should have the rapport.
Oh yeah, his team.
You understand? And I said yes and no earlier. No, in the sense that the OAPs, certain OAPs from Edo State have a way of also making the average Edo State artist, not me, seem local, average, substandard. Trust me, I've been in a couple of studios. I'm hearing stuff they're making. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I would not actually put it on the back of the OAP. Has it occurred to you that we have no record labels in Edo State?
Okay. We used to have though.
X Records and the like.
Yeah, we had Squarehead Entertainment, we
Squarehead.
had Thor Records,
Yeah. But now,
Squarehead's still there though.
and even if certain OAPs are like, you know what, for us to get your stuff played, you have to push us something. They should also bear it in mind that these upcoming artists have no funding. I didn't have Jack when I was coming up. It was Andy Bello, Fidel Castro, Sidney Shocker, Chris Enab, Sammy Davis, Spice Aliu. Then all the DJs at that time, Soul to Soul, they did it free of charge for me. They were the ones that made it possible that just a month after I dropped my very first single and video on air, I got my first show.
Okay.
And I was on unknown artist. And when I went to Sapele, I rocked the spot. I remember when my video had come out, but it hadn't even hit the air. Sidney Shocker was at my family house.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say, wow, guy,
That shit was dope.
that meant a lot to me. There's a certain disconnect between the artists and the OAPs and all of that. There's a fragmentation of the industry, which is why there is like two hands that are not supporting each other.
So what do you think is the problem? Like, what do you think the presenters are not doing right, and what do you think the artists are not doing right? That's making us totally different from other states that are doing very well in the entertainment industry.
Okay, let me entrench it. Like I said, it was the mindset. It's the mindset. Now, I cannot lie that I watched DSTV with jealousy in my heart. When I see someone like Pino or Flavor putting out their level song, and you can see other artists and prominent
Supporting.
Igbo guys behind them.
Yeah.
When Olamide is doing the same thing, they have prominent Yoruba people behind them.
Yeah.
But in those states, like
South
you said,
and-
one person comes out and
Like,
is
want
not
to pull
pulling
them down,
everybody
want to
along.
pull them down.
You know, self-entitlement.
Maybe the ones that are really, really trying, you see that they're trying, but it's like,
You know, can I come in here?
yeah,
right?
please.
We just talked about your question is what is not being done right.
Yeah.
What is actually resulting to what we're having right now. Not having a musical industry here.
Because we can't really
so
see
far.
any like
Now,
that is known in Nigeria
Absolutely,
here.
yeah. He just talked about something, right? The likes of Cyrus, I call him legendary, right?
Thank you, boss.
He's been there for ages. Still holding down.
And still,
Cyrus
yeah.
on the stage right now, he's been killed.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
still on
It
the
happened.
stage.
I was there. I was
Even that the
there.
new
It was-
school guys
yeah.
that everyone are feeling and stuff. Like he said, I have a couple of young kids with dope sounds, dope vibes, dope jams, dope what have you. The question here is this: do they reach out? They don't reach out.
Okay.
I don't know why.
The artist now.
The artists, yes.
It's a Gen Z problem.
They don't reach out. They rather do those songs, leave it in their laptops
I'm paying for their girlfriends.
So they don't reach out. Now you don't expect an OAP to start reaching out to every Dick and Harry playing your song and stuff.
True.
Now when you talk about money, you talk about the OAP demands for money, they demands for cash. How much does the OAP in Edo State actually demand for compared to that of Lagos, where the money even the OAP in Benin, Edo State is demanding for, is the money you will use in going to Lagos.
Yeah.
It's the money you will use double up, triple up to see the presenter. One presenter now, one DJ at a time.
Yeah.
Before you now talk about the billing.
Okay.
I plug for artists. I do like I just did one like this morning before coming to the show this evening. And I know the money.
Yeah.
I know the cost implications and
Yeah.
stuff. But it needs to be done.
It needs to be done.
So where we're getting it wrong is the lukewarm attitude. Is the self-entitlement attitude. An arrived attitude because you have a song that you're not willing to push.
Okay.
Then you must have had a couple of yes say. Oh, that OAP. No. Have you reached out? Have you made a move? I keep telling people that know me know. You want to get shocked? Do a good song.
Yeah, that's it. Content.
I am a sucker for good song. Good jam, good beat. I'm a sucker for content.
I can testify to that.
Mon MCs. I hope he's watching the show. Mon MCs can testify to that. I just want to use him as a case study. First time I heard Mon MC was at the business office at lockdown. And I'm like, fuck, I love this job. I never knew him from nowhere. Never. And I took that song. When you say hey Jack, I was banging Mon MC's Melanin. On radio. I was doing the morning, but I was doing like 5 mornings, Monday to Friday. On my pop up, I want that. But that was one of the songs I used to like cooling myself because that was some real freaky hip hop for you out there. I done that for like a month or so before I met Mon MC. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And tomorrow we're like, cool like that. Because why? The beat was good. The song was on beat. It was urbanish. It was what people want to hear. Right? And along the way, the guy came through. Many a times I've seen most of my contemporaries that have reached out. But once they get slighted. Because there is this sort of sense. The guy they find money from. You know, they try to
It's not just like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
rather than do that, they go to Lagos. When they pay these OAPs so much
they pay
money,
through their
and
nose.
OAPs just be like once or twice, they just chill. And and they don't say nothing about them. But they say a whole lot about the OAPs here.
Okay.
Oh, they do my man, they don't play.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So you see, it is we need an attitudinal change.
Okay, mindset.
Okay.
The mindset.
From the artists.
Okay.
From there, we start getting right. We start, bringing back the old days of the Cyrus the Virus, the Colonauts, the Timaya Blue from PH.
Okay, wait, talking about the artist now, don't you think that there's a change of mindset when it comes to the Gen Z OAPs, on-air personalities? Because your era is different from this era.
Yeah.
Do you get? We can't compare both. Because right now, from what I see, I mean, I remember I started mine in 2008. You get? So, but from what I see right now, I see that these presenters, I'm not beefing nobody or anything, I'm just speaking my truth. I don't care what you say. So what I say about these presenters right now is they are not moved with content. They're just moved with, I beg, give me something. I'm not saying that you shouldn't pay them because you are encouraging them to do it. It's like service. You are rendering service. Okay, so I'm not going after, please don't pay. But all I'm about is why shouldn't we make content more of a priority than money being the priority?
Let me tell you why.
That's what I'm about. Why can't I call you as a presenter? I'm just talking from a presentation angle.
I got you.
Why can't I call you as a presenter and say, you know what, this is my guy's song. It makes a lot of sense. How can we help this guy?
Let me ask you a question.
Have we come together in a Edo State to see how we can build an artist as a presenter? We say, this station, everybody come together and play this song. That station, everybody come, let's help. Instead, it's when it comes to pulling an artist down, we all come together. I find it as a problem. It shouldn't be. If you know what is right, integrity, instead of pulling artists down, coming together to pull an artist down, have you thought about coming together to build an artist? So why is it so easy to come together to destroy
Monique,
than
let's
to
not
build?
forget as well, those artists as well that come together to slight OEPs.
Okay. They do, I agree to that.
Like I said,
I agree to
it's
that.
a mindset
about.
thing. Let me tell you something. Monique, I'm going to ask you and Sydney just the same question. Why did you get into radio back in the day?
I mean, I'm passionate about what I do. I love.
End of story.
End
of story. Why did you get into radio?
Double it. I love music.
Let me tell you why I got into
Double it.
music.
Okay.
I wanted to rock the stage, be compared to some of the best, because I knew that Edo State could give us some of the best presentation.
Which you still do. Which you still
Now,
do, yeah.
I'm not trying to call names,
Mm.
but maybe it's like a quote unquote Gen Z mindset.
Okay.
Most of them are in it for the money.
Exactly. Most of them don't move by passion. I mean,
There was I think last year
Yeah.
I was talking to one of the OAPs that is also new,
Yeah.
and I asked him one question. I'm like, you guys are always saying, "Oh, Cyrus is really close to Andy Bello. Oh, Cyrus is really close to Sidney Shocker. He doesn't reach out to us." It's because of the relationship we have forged on pure
Over
friendship
time.
and the art.
Yeah.
Now, when you constantly build the artist in your generation, your age bracket, how are they going to be friends? Because you put money first. It is apparent that quite a host of them do it for the money first before they do it for the passion.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I asked this OAP, I was like, bro, may God forbid, if you sick right now or you lose this job right now,
Yeah. I do.
anybody will miss you for this radio station. Will the fans miss you? You know what I respect about this guy? He was honest enough to say no.
They won't. Fans move on.
When Andy Bello
Not made an
left,
impact.
when Andy Bello left EBS, we the artists we cried.
Of course. Yeah.
When he stopped lockdown music mix, we cried.
Affected a whole lot. Yeah.
The money will always come. It's all about the impact.
Yeah.
Like when I hear a Sidney Shocker vocal on radio, no matter the radio station he's on, even if, when it was on Enake, the show, you knew the voice even before the tones you see the picture. Monique, the same thing.
Yeah.
These are brands that establish themselves by themselves without any addition from
Organically.
exactly.
Right. Organically, that's the word. Yeah.
So I dare say, most of the new OAPs, if you lose your job today, who will miss you for the will the fans miss you?
Right.
How have you impacted
Yeah.
on the minds of the people, of the artists? There was an OAP in Lagos, Sensei Uche.
Let's wrap up right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Sensei Uche that was sick one time, and he reached out on social media, and people rallied around because of the good stead he has put up. Let me just round up by saying we have to change the mindset, both the OAPs
and the artists.
Okay.
Because when these two arms forge together, the people will listen.
Yeah.
I really wish that from this point going onwards, OAPs will be like, you know what, whatever it is, we're going to give more preference to Edo State, and let's look for 10 good ones.
Because let's be
and
real.
the artists too should be from this point henceforth. After watching this debate, this
more respect, regard for the OAP.
Respect, regard. Most importantly, reaching out. You get to reach out.
You get to work out.
You get to work out, my guy. Even see, I was on Abuja last year for 5 months, right?
Okay, yeah.
I went to open our station out there, our radio arm. Guess what I did? As soon as NBC gave us the go ahead to go commercially, the first songs I played were songs from here. His song, Duno, EAO, Influence Akaba. That's me rapping the 052, bro. You don't get the way they beat.
Yeah.
Like 052 to like DRE. You know? I think you stand. And it got to the point, my GM there was like, Shocker. I want they don't know that we don't know now Edo boy. I said, Mama, we must rep EDU.
Of course.
And the way,
I think
and we rep everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world, you have this Benin people. You have the people everywhere in the world.
Out, I won't know you.
Yeah, we have it. So
you
what
need
is?
To reach out so I know you. Then we can bond. And then we get from there.
Yeah.
It's not really money. Like I did say, right? And I know most OAPs will be like me. If there's any OAP who is not driven by sound, good sound, quality jam, quality music.
What are you doing there?
Then that OAP doesn't have any place in the music.
What are you doing there?
You must have that sound. Then later on, about fun now. Because see,
I've been doing your work. You never appreciate me, all this kind of thing. Yeah, but it shouldn't be the first day.
We help you midwife what you created. That's what we do.
The OAP
is there. Continuously.
The OAPs provide the voice. The OAPs they provide the conduit, the platform for the artist to be projected. Now you're talking about the Edo State Youth concert last year.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't supposed to perform when I performed. I was supposed to perform before. There was some slights behind. And then Johnny Drill, YG, and everybody went on. When I came on, they did not expect it. energy.
They didn't expect the energy. And let's be real.
It is what
Why
I'm trying to
Johnny
say.
drew that from here? So is it that? And I mean, I want us to wrap up this segment, but the way Edo State artists who are now based in Lagos and other town are being more respected than those here, it's just like those
It's the
here
mindset.
are
It's
not
the
being
mindset
paid
thing. It's the
what
mindset
what
thing.
they earn,
See.
and those from outside who are Edo State.
Monique,
I mean, it's
the
like I'm
difference,
sorry, I'm
okay.
sorry. Some persons might say we are washing our dirty linen in public,
Yep.
but it's better we
It is what it
bring
is.
out what is happening.
You know what
It's
it
a
is.
problem, and we need to talk about it.
Monique, why are those signing artists,
Mm.
the Johnny Drills, the Boy Spies, and what have you, why are they more celebrated than our own beats here?
Some people say because they left town.
Not because because if you live with the same mindset, it is still what it is. It is because they are signed on two labels and they know what the job is all about.
I wanna say
they are
something.
machineries. I want us reaching out.
I wanna say something.
They pay. Come, bro.
Okay.
They pay. Do you think an Insta blog just come and carry your news, your report and put on their blog? No, those guys are on payroll.
Yeah.
They're paying them steady every
Yeah,
second.
to post,
I
yeah.
say they project this guy till we die.
Yeah.
That is what Blue Zazu, because that's what is empty.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
No, that's what it is.
Okay, so
You
this
know?
we can't.
So
We
I
can't.
was about to say something.
We
I
can't
must say
emphasize
this.
on this,
It
so we need to
doesn't
wrap up.
I
oh.
must say something.
Okay, please.
Now, let me tell you, I've been entrenching that is the mindset. When I came out, we had people like LD Extra Large,
Yeah.
Rugged Man, Mode 9, MI, all the rest.
That's it.
Whenever Sidney Shekhar played an MI song,
Mm.
he goes, "Yo, this is Mr. Incredible. MI are back, are holding it down for Lagos, yada, 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 yada." Then when he plays a Cyrus song, it's like, "Yo, this is Cyrus the Virus,
Yeah,
holding it down
the
for
same
all these guys."
energy. The same energy. There's no
But
difference.
now, when they have a Adekunle Gold, I hear, "This is Adekunle Gold holding it down. He just came from abroad. He's married to they know so much." And then they play an Edo artist and say, "Okay, this is MCXYZ. It's just like from around the corner here." And there is that imbalance. And people hear this. They are projecting into their subconscious.
Yeah.
They hear this and they're like, "Okay, Adekunle Gold is great. Then this guy is not so great."
Cyrus, it is still all about the reaching out. What does that OAP that just finished playing and Adekunle Gold knows about the next artist from Edo State is playing? Believe me, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
So what are you saying?
You don't know
So-
the last time he traveled out?
So are
You
you
don't know
saying
the
they
last
should do
gig
their
he played?
research? That this Gen Z OAP should do their research.
OAPs, do your research.
Artist
If
rate.
there are
artists
research
rate
to
their
be
PR
done,
profiles.
because you might be doing the research now. I can do the research of science now because it has come over time. There's a whole lot of Google,
Okay.
Wikipedia, and what have
Yeah.
you. But that guy there called him AZY.
Mm-hmm.
What research do I want to do when he is not even messing up with social media? He ain't got nothing on Wikipedia or social media. So what am I going to get? And he's not reaching out.
Let's wrap up now.
What am I
Okay,
going to say
let's
about
wrap
the
up.
person?
Yeah.
You guys do. So the most balance, and that's why I said attitudinal change is what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Artists, change your attitude.
Okay.
No, this is business. It is show business.
Yeah.
It is the show and the business. If you're not intermarried, it ain't shit.
Yeah. You just heard that for yourself.
It is the show and the business.
I love this so much.
To make it work, man, you need to move. Be everywhere.
Okay.
You are the best projector of your brand.
If everyone
So what about if
sees
you're
you,
not in a record label and it's just you?
do your
Just
best.
the artist.
It's called unsigned hype.
Okay.
Do your best.
Okay.
Until you get it. There is a kid I'm pushing right now, man.
Okay.
Right? Young with global. I don't want to talk too much things.
Yeah.
But his dad is doing it single-handedly for him from the US. And right now he just got a recording deal.
Amazing.
And this is at less than 1 quarter, like 4 or 5 months before I want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So continuously pushing. When you have that small catch there, call Instablog, call this, call Monique. Put your
Plug it
content
in.
out there.
With the
Because
right- and it's-
with the right crew, the right
and
team.
with the right, that's another thing.
That's
Getting the
it.
right people,
Mess with
so
the
you're not
entire,
extorted.
You know, the entire.
All right, thank you
team,
thank
know.
you so much. It's been a great conversation. Thank you so much, Sydney Shocker.
I agree to
Thank
you.
you, Cyrus the Virus. Listen, we cannot. There's so much more to talk about. This.
So much, man.
Talking about honor personalities and artist beef. It's
much.
everywhere. But it's just that we decided to bring up the issue of Edo State because we have too many celebrities from Edo State doing very well in Nigeria. But guess what? These celebrities right now don't want to tag along with Edo State.
Yep.
It's unfortunate. Even
Yeah.
those in the Nollywood industry. It's very sad. You get me?
It's
So
sad. It's sad.
I would even encourage that whoever is doing shows in Benin City or in Lagos, we're all the same. If you go to Lagos, you're local. If you come to Bedo, so you're local. It's your hood you're
Yes,
representing. So
So
this
now.
thing called local, I mean, people need to change their mindset about
Local
it.
is your hood.
It's your hood.
Everybody's local until you go to the next place.
You
You're
know,
local
so-
alien.
Rounding
Yeah.
off, I really hope the Edo State artists and the OAPs, they reach out to each other because it's,
I know.
I won't lie. I cited this at on the Twitter space. I was like, it's worrying that and worrisome that the last 3 top Edo State artists recently did not blow through Edo radio.
Okay.
Goya Meno,
Oh.
Yeah.
Rema,
Yeah.
is it Boy Spice?
Boys Spice now, they didn't sign to Maven Records.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
And Influence Akaba.
Okay.
He didn't blow through radio. It is not great that this trend has been set in motion. I hope everybody comes to
But
it.
you
Okay.
but you move there
Sydney,
from that, yeah.
we gotta go.
No, I'm not like I did say, right?
I'm not.
The time has changed.
Yeah.
You have social media, you have
Yeah.
TikTok and stuff.
That's what's
Goya
helping
Blow,
people
Google
go
Drive,
social media,
Drive
TikTok.
everywhere.
So
Yeah.
that's why I say as an artist, mess with the entire what of you, the
Tools
entire
at your
together.
disposal.
Yes. Don't say, because Harris and OAP, just take my song, and that is where it's
Right now,
People
mainstream
blow.
mainstream is actually going out of hand.
Mainstream
Let's be
is
real.
out of hand. Social media
Let's
is taking
be
it
real.
over. So intermarry all, and boom, hopefully.
Thank
get
you.
there.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Sydney,
Thank you.
Cyrus, we really appreciate. Yes, we came to expose our dirty linens. It's you that know what I mean. I don't care.
We need to.
If your name was mentioned on this show, if you're in the entertainment industry in Edo State, you better listen to this. You understand me? It's very, very, very important because there's a lot happening in this town that we need to clean up.
We need
So much
to-
money to be made.
Yes.
So much
I
money
mean,
to be
because
made, man.
Edo is the heartbeat of the nation. And that's why you
Yeah.
see that wherever Edo State people go to, they always make it.
We just
So
do it.
what I'm about is, why don't we help them and start making it from here? So that it will be that this artist made it from here into the world.
Yeah.
Not that the person left here, went to Lagos, and let me tell you what actually happened. Goya Meno's song was just on
He was
its
in Lagos.
own.
He was here
Going. He
He
was
was
in
in
Benin
Benin
when
when
it
it
blew.
He was,
And
he
just
blew
because
before
he,
left for
yes,
Lagos.
it blew before he left for Lagos. You get me? So that is a turning point as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned.
Yeah.
Though he was just on his own, minding his business.
When people were
Not-
calling him, like,
do you get?
bro,
It was all on social media. All right. So all I'm saying is, Edo State presenters, start doing something. Let's not make, as much as I love money, yes, they appreciate us, yes, they need to pay for service rendered. I understand that. I have
Those
been
state
there.
artists have better attitude towards the OAP.
That is
You
it.
know, exactly.
Oh,
Those
please,
state
what
artists,
those
please
state
have good
artists,
attitude
you
towards the those
Yeah.
state presenters as well. You watch my back, I watch your back. Everybody come together.
Well, how-
And
Everybody done bath.
exactly. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of the show.
Thanks,
Let's just one more
man.
time again.
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't
That was a
forget
good
to
one, yes.
subscribe.
Go subscribe, man.
Yeah,
Love the
very
show.
important.
Yeah, bro.
Don't forget to turn on your post notification. Please comment. Please comment. What is your thought when it comes to presenters as well as artists in Nigeria? Okay, or are we saying that abroad, they get to pay these presenters to, come on their show,
It's called Payola.
Payola.
okay, payola, or is it that
Payola.
they Monday Night with Monique.